Hi everyone, Sue's Journal Adventures here on the messy desk again. Right, I need a bit of space, so all cats are banished and they're not happy with me, but you know, I'm sorry, but us crafters need to craft. Right, if you want to do this project, you are going to need some cling film. Cling film or a large piece of plastic bag, you know those bags we get papers in from Shein or whatever, plastic bag or some cling film. You are also going to need a little receptacle. Oh, receptacle, let's get Sue with the big words. You're going to need some PVA glue, which I remembered to take the cap out of this time. Last time I just had it upside down, squeezing it like a lunatic, thinking, why ain't this glue coming out? And then that flew off and I had a big puddle of glue all over my desk. So yes, I remembered the stopper this time. So basically I've got a little dish of water here and glue. So you need water, you need glue, and if you have any, you do not need it for this project, but if you have any mica powders in your stash, they come in very handy, because I like using mica powders and sometimes I put them in water sprays, but basically it does come off on your fingers because it's just water, and once the water's dry, the mica's just left there. So if you add a little tiny bit of glue to it, you don't want to glue the nozzle of your spray, by the way, so only a tiny bit. It just helps it to stick, or you can go over it with a matte medium so that it sticks. But mica powder, you can also just get some on your finger and rub it onto things and you get a beautiful shimmery effect. So what I've actually done, I've made a bit too much actually. So I've made some stuff and I'm kind of still playing with it because I haven't got a jar with a tight lid that I can store it in. So what I've actually done is I've taken approximately, and it is only approximately, 3 teaspoons, I'd say 3 teaspoons. Yeah, about 3 teaspoons of water. And then I added about a teaspoon of PVA glue. So a bit of a bigger amount of glue, because I want this stuff to stick, you know. And then I just plopped this in, no measurement. I just shook it in, stirred it, see how I wanted it to look. That looks nice and gold painty and watery, which is what we want to achieve. You don't want it thick and gloopy, you want it watery. So what I'm doing today, I actually saw this on YouTube and I really would like to give credit to the person whose channel I saw it on, but like an idiot, I didn't write it down and I can't remember where I saw it. It was a lady with dark hair, but I can't remember who it was, and I'm so sorry. But if she just happens to be watching this, then please, you know, say it was me. I think it was my channel, because I would like to give you credit because I got this idea from you. So I'm just going to put my cling film down. And I have here several sheets of different, I've only got little pieces for this demonstration. You could do a whole big napkin. You could do a whole big piece of baking parchment. It's up to you. But I've been testing out different papers. So I've got some vellum. I've got see-through crinkly tissue paper, if you've got any like white tissue paper, but you don't particularly want to use white tissue paper because it's a bit boring, although you can scrunch it and crinkle it and ink it with an ink pad and it picks up all the creases. You can do stuff with white tissue, you can colour it with an ink pad, but I just wanted like thin things just to see how it worked and what happened really. So I've got part of a doily because the other part's drying over near the fire. I've got a piece of napkin. Now this idea that I'm doing is really good for, you know, like when we use napkins and we take those other layers off. What do you do with those other layers? Well, sometimes there's a slight ghost print on them and you can use that. But some people throw them away. Some people use them for cleaning the desk. Some people use them white. But if you have got the white backings, this is fantastic for changing the look and creating something just a little bit different. I've got glassine bag, glassine. We have, this is bamboo kitchen roll. It's only 1 ply. I've took the other piece off it. So I've got a little piece of that. Why have I got 2 pieces of glassine bag? I only need 1. So I've got glassine bag, napkin. This is like kitchen roll stuff, that vellum. This is baking parchment. Unfortunately, get a brownie baking parchment. And this is, whoopsie, obviously takeaway, crinkly paper. Bit like tissue. I'd say slightly thicker than tissue. So what we're going to do, guys, well, we're going to paint it on here, obviously. Obviously, she says, because like everybody knew I was going to do that anyway. So I'm just going to arrange it so that I can maybe fit it all on. Let's see, I don't think I'm going to actually fit it all on. Let me pull this over a little bit. I might have to adjust the camera at some point, just so as you can see what I'm doing, because I don't want to go off screen. Let me start at the edges. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be a good idea? Eh? Start at the edges and work your way in. Let me get a bit more of this down at the bottom. Oh, well, whatever. It's there. Right, so then there's this. Oh, this is a bit, yeah. I'll put these on first. Glassine bag. Oh, gosh, can we actually fit it all on? My son would fit all this on. He's right good at stuff like that. Making things fit in your cupboards when they won't fit before. I gave him the task when he lived with me last time of, he's like, oh, your cupboards are a mess, Mum, in kitchen. I went, well, if you want to sort them out, you can do, I don't mind. And he did. And he, oh my days, he got everything in. I don't even know how he did it. But yeah, he's quite good at stuff like that. So I'm going to possibly not really, oops, that sticks to that. And then that lifts that up. Just pop that on there and hopefully get that bit there. And then all I'm going to do is come along with my glue, water and mica, not paint. There's no paint in here whatsoever. It's just mica. And I'm just going to paint over everything. Oh, I knew something would go wrong on camera. This did not happen earlier. But this piece is like, oh, do you know what? Just move them out of the way. This is like, I'm going to curl up on you this time. Really? Oh, whatever. You curl then. Curl away. Curl away. I'm not bothered. You are not going to get the better of me. Piece of paper. No. I've already done a glassine piece, so don't think you're going to be any different to the last one. You're still going to get wet and glued. Right. I'm going to go with this. I don't know whether to do it on this side because it might cover it a bit. Oh, I don't think it'll cover it. Should I do it on that side? I'm going to do it on this. No, I'll do it on that side. I'll do it on that side because we're not supposed to advertise, are we? Although you've already seen it, so it doesn't really matter. So anything that's crunchy, tissue paper, that very fine, thin packaging paper like this. I don't mind when it gets wet if it picks up the creases from the cling film. I don't mind that at all. So when you're doing these sort of papers, obviously you've got to let it dry, obviously, before you even try and pick it off the thing. Do you know, I swear everything goes wrong on camera. I did 2 full sheets of cling film earlier of different things, different textured papers. Nothing went wrong. Nothing. I did it all fine. Well, this went a bit funny because this is really thin. But yeah, if you pick up crinkles in the paper underneath, don't worry about it because it just adds to the coolness of the paper. Like this is getting wet and it's very thin tissue. It's getting the crinkles from the cling film underneath, but I totally don't mind that. I actually like that. In fact, we crinkle stuff on purpose sometimes, so if it picks up crinkles, that's good. The only thing to try to do is not soak it or tear it. All the pieces that I've done previously have actually dried, apart from this stuff. It's the thinnest piece of paper in the whole lot but it's still not dry. It's in front of the fire at the moment. So yeah, so the point is adding your PVA glue and your water. The glue is to make the mica stick. So if you're not using mica, well then PVA glue and, well, just PVA glue actually, you don't even need the water. I've just put the water in to thin it down, which is why I didn't put as much water to glue ratio. If you're just doing napkins, you can do this just with PVA glue and they come out kind of looking a bit like, oh, I think I've got some here. Yeah, this is another thing Pauline sent me. It comes out looking a bit like a glassine bag kind of thing. Glossy on the back where you've peeled it off, but this is what Pauline did. She did it with just glue. Well, I think she inked some of the papers actually. I think she inked them. So this is vellum. So we've got vellum here. Vellum does have a tendency to curl. If you're doing something actually, oops, yeah, there you go, it's curling. Stop it. Do you know, I swear honestly, this did not happen when I just did it before. I'm trying to put wet on the edges. This tissue, sorry, I forgot to say, when you do tissue, napkin or tissue paper, just bring in the edges a little bit. Just push them in and create like, it's a bit hard here because I've not got a right lot of room. Let me move that before I end up with gold all over my desk. Just bring the edges in because one, it creates like a fancy little ridge, and it also makes it easier to pick up to pull off, and you're not ripping it because there's a bit more of a kind of a little sturdy edge. I know this is nothing new. I know tons of people have done it before, but this concept with the mica powder I have not actually seen before. I've seen people doing it with PVA glue and napkins. I've seen quite a few creators doing that, but I'd not seen anybody using mica before, and it just got me because I was like, oh my days, I have got a blooming big tub full of different colour micas. So if I can change the colour of my boring white tissue or my boring white napkins, great. I didn't quite finish that, did I? So just pop some more on there. Just slap it on. Obviously, the more you put on, the longer it's going to take to dry. And if you want it darker, you could let it dry and put another layer, I'm sure. I'm going to do the napkin. I don't think I'm going to... Had this fit on before? How does it not fit on now? Well, because you've made a mess, that's why. So I'm going to put the napkin on. This napkin goes beautiful with the mica on it. And if you've got different coloured micas, well, wow, can you imagine how many different coloured napkins you can do? I bought these mica pigments, which I then didn't know what to do with, because I used to make wax melts. So I used to put a bit of mica in the wax when I was making the wax melt, but it always dried kind of not really shiny. But then I just brushed over the top with the dry mica, and oh my days, sorry, I don't mean to big myself up, but my wax melts looked absolutely beautiful. Really shimmery and gorgeous. So again, I'm just going to push the edge of this in a little bit, just to make it easier to peel off the cling film. It might actually be easier on a plastic bag. I think a plastic bag might not move about as much as the cling film does, but hey, I've got cling film. That's what I'm using, and let's just hope it goes okay. So push the edge in. I like that it creates a little bit of a border because that gives a bit of sturdiness around the edge if you're going to use it as like a pocket or something. I did use one of the napkins that Pauline sent me a while back as a pocket in a journal. That's separate. I didn't do any on the vellum before. Ah, yes, so I don't know. I didn't know the vellum curled because I didn't use vellum. Yeah, right, okay. It's kind of separating a bit on the vellum, but that's okay. We'll get a doily on there. Anything that's fine and thin and flimsy, different papers, just try different papers. I've actually even done it on printed papers, not printed by me, because obviously the ink had probably just wet and go horrible. So that's that done. I'm just going to manoeuvre this now, so just bear with me a second while I move it out of the way, and I'll go and try and collect my other bits from in front of the fire, which is funny over there. So I'm not going a million miles away. Whoops. Baking parchment's lovely, by the way, which you will see in a minute. So you might be a bit upset you didn't get to see me painting the baking parchment, but you will see the result in a second. I'm just going to lay that up there. I'm just going to collect these from over here and hope that they're dry now, because they blooming really should be. They've been sat near the door. Right, so that was how to do it. What do you get out of it? This is the finished piece with that beautiful golden mica look. I don't know if this is, oh yeah, it's dry. So because I've curled in the corners, it doesn't make it easy to pull off, because don't forget this is glue. She says easy to pull off and this edge is all completely stuck. But yeah, just be careful with it, just gentle. Pull it off your cling film, and there you go, you've got this wonderful new piece of something. Okie dokie. We also have more new. Is this napkin? Yeah, I think this is, yeah, this is the same napkin, I think. And it's dry now, thank goodness. Been sat in front of the fire, it should be. There we go, so got another piece of this amazing stuff. And I think the glue just makes it a bit stronger, because that's just tissue. So that would, not tissue, it's like napkin stuff. This is napkin. So I'm going to try and get this where I don't rip it. Just be a bit gentle. I'm a bit bull at a gate, me. You know, get it off, get it ripped off. But yeah, just be gentle. It does come off fairly easy. Whoops. That edge is ripping, but that's because that little tiny bit there is still wet. But there we go. So it goes kind of like that on the back. But look at the front. Look at that beautiful golden napkin. Oh my days, it makes me so happy. So you've got all these, this pile of beautiful new papers, tissue, napkin, parchment paper, vellum, whatever you can think of. What do you do with them? Well, what have I done with them? What I've done with them is then run them through my embossing machine. And I did do a video the other week on what to do if you don't have an embossing machine. You can still do embossing through a stencil, so maybe check out that video. But I've just embossed them. For some reason it hasn't, oh sorry, that's the wrong side. So I've got this beautiful doily that's now golden but also embossed, which is so pretty. You are definitely going in something in my golden journal. And then I did just a piece of printed paper, which I don't know, was from Shein or AliExpress or somewhere. But look at the effect you get. I hope you can see it on camera with the mica and the embossing. It's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Happy, happy Sue. Doesn't take much to make me happy, honestly. But this is the glassine bag that has also been gold mica'd and put through the embossing folder, and just looks fabulous. Can you imagine making little pockets out of that and little bags? So cool. And then this last one, whoops, nearly blew some paper away then. This one is the baking parchment, which you didn't get to see me colour. I don't know why there's a random piece of vellum in there, but hey, this is the baking paper. So again, you get the beautiful gold, you get the embossing, and it just looks gorgeous. And these are great because they're a bit strengthened by the glue. They're great for using then as pockets. You could even double them up, you know, fold them in half and make them even stronger. But beautiful papers I now have in my stash, and more to come, all those that I've just done. I haven't embossed this napkin yet. Shall I quickly do it so as you can see what it's like? because I've actually embossed like papers and vellum and doily. Hang on, be with you in a minute. Sorry, I'm just over here. I'm not a million miles away, guys. I'm just over at my embossing machine. Cat wants to come in. Oh, Cat would want to come in while I'm trying to emboss something. Okay, because this is tissue, so I don't know how this is going to work. When I say tissue, I don't mean tissue paper. I mean, come on. Come on. Goodness, fire's on. I'm in the middle of a video and you're sat there looking at me like a limp lettuce. Right, so I've embossed the other papers. This is the big reveal of, of the napkin. Oh my word, look at that. So you can even emboss the napkin. So you've just got a fabulous pile of new papers. Now what are you going to do with them? I have no idea, but I am going to use them in my journal. I will think of some ways of using these beautiful new stash of papers that I've got. So I hope you enjoyed that little treat, and I was actually prepared. Can you believe that? Can you actually believe I had papers dried, ready to peel off? I had papers embossed. Wow. It was ready. I even had some stuff mixed. Oh, I've even still got some. Anyway, oh, another idea with this, right? Because you might not have mica powder. I do. I have tons of them. And I really want to make some with that colour because that's so pearly, but it's got a greeny tinge to it. So nice. Anyway, with this, what I think I'm going to do with this now, obviously I need to use it up, but I think I'm going to add some really, really, really fine iridescent glitter. Yes, I am. And I bet you really want me to do that on camera, don't you? Yeah, I knew you would. Okay, right, I was not prepared for this bit, but just let me get the really fine iridescent glitter out, because I'm not 100% sure where it is. Where are my glitters? That's all mica in there. Where's the glitters, guys? Where's the glitters? Where do you keep your glitters, Sue? I don't know. Oh, it's here. Got it. Got it. Got it. So if you've got some really fine glitter, woo, I'm excited to do this. Okay, I need a bit more cling film, but let me put some of this in first. Come on, don't want loads. Knowing me a big whole massive pile of it'll go in. Not on the brush, preferably. Oh, let's have a bit more. Let's go wild. I love experimenting. Crazy woman. Right, let me put my embossing folders out of the way. I'm going to try this on, I don't know if I have any. Have I got a bit of napkin left? Oh my days. Oh, let's put a bit more in. I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy. I can't help it. Runs in family. I'll blame it on my genes. Right. Ooh, yummy. Yummy, yummy. Right. So, and I'm going to use, can I use this baking parchment? Yeah, why not? Rather than using cling film, because it's really hard picking cling film up when you've got stuff stuck to it. I'm just going to get, what have I got on here that I haven't painted? Vellum, glassine, and I really want to try this stuff though. See what it dries like with the, so do I want vellum or glassine? We'll go with glassine. We'll go with glassine, and I'm going to try it now with glitter in it. Only problem with this is, because I'm doing it live, you won't actually get to see it dry. But what I'll do is, on the next video that I do, well, maybe not the next video that I do, because I'm going to do one straight after this, in which case this won't be dry. I will show you it on a future video, dry and beautiful, and maybe even embossed. Might emboss it, I might just leave it as it is, because you don't have to emboss them. That's the beauty of this paper. If you sat there thinking, well, I know you said we could emboss through a stencil, but I don't have any embossing folders and I don't have any stencils, just colour the paper. just make the napkin thing. You don't have to emboss it. Yeah, and use it however you want. So what I was thinking for people, if you don't have mica, you can just do the 3 teaspoons of water, 1 tablespoon of glitter. Sorry, PVA glue. What you on about, Sue? And instead of adding mica, just add glitter. So that, oh wow, won't that be fab on a napkin? Because like that has coloured my napkin. Whoopsie. Oh, I knew it had gone on the floor. Like that has coloured my napkin golden. Your napkin would then be the normal colour, but just iridescent glitter. Oh my, I want to do a bit of napkin now. I might forego the glassine bags in half. Let's do a bit of this napkin because I just want to see. Oh, it ain't clear though, is it? Oh, you stupid idiot. Yeah, I think I'd just do some with glue, clear glue, and just glitter, not the gold mica. I've torn that in half now, but never mind. I hope it comes off. It should come off. It's baking paper, isn't it? Oh, gosh, stop already. Curling. Stop it. Stop. Yeah, so you can add glitter as well, guys. And you know, because I used to make wax melts, I've got a million different, well, I ain't got a million. I've got rather a lot of micas, and I've got rather a lot of glitters. So yeah, that's fab. This is really exciting. So yeah, I don't know whose video it was, so I wish I could give them credit. But I watched that many videos, and a lot of new, not new creators, but new to me come up. And if I see something I like, I watch it. So if I watch like 5 or 6 on a night, I can't remember what I saw and where. I'm so sorry, because I would like to give you credit for this idea of doing this and then embossing it, which is fabulous. So you can do it with mica. You can also do it with mica and glitter. How stinking fabulous. For a girl who loves glitter, this is right up my street. I would really like to try this napkin, but just with PVA glue and glitter, nothing else. Just put some glitter. Ooh, just put some glitter on it. But really excited. Sorry, I'm getting a bit giddy now. So, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. I've got to use this up. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.